Hi guys, today we're doing something slightly different. We're in Krakow and we're going on a tour. Let Holly tell you about the tour.
We're going to Auschwitz and the salt mines.
Yeah. Obviously it's very different because me being the funny backpacker probably wouldn't be very suited for this video. But we're going to try and document it as best as possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm probably not going to record too much when it comes to the Auschwitz side of it, because trying to be respectful, balance that with actually still documenting
what
happened and showing you a different side of travel, because
it's people's lives, and we all my family asked if we were going to do it when we came here, and it felt wrong to not respect Poland's history. Whether it is dark or not, it should be honoured.
And it's the same with the videos, because we could easily just skip it out and not mention it at all in the videos. And if we did that, then it would kind of be like...
We'd also be asked if we went, I think, as well.
I think it'd be kind of hiding it. So yes,
we'd be putting a shame on it if you ignored it. Which...
so we might skip most of the filming on the first bit and just tell you a little bit about it.
Also doesn't know how much you can film.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know how much I want to film really. But like skip the first part, give you a little bit of a tell you a little bit more face to face, telling you a bit about it, but showing you more of the salt mines, because I believe that's a bit better of a history, isn't it? Salt mines.
I don't know.
We don't know it either. But the salt mines look really pretty though, don't they? Just by the pictures. So again, we'll see what this video comes to. It's a little bit different. I was going to do this as one video of the whole of Krakow, but I've decided to split it so we can do the tour in this video, and then in the next video you're going to get Krakow itself and do our usual video. So right, anyway, it's 20 to 7 now, so we need to go meet the bus, which is picking us up about 7 o'clock today. Sorry, it's picking us about 20 past 7, but we need to walk and just go and meet it. Right, anyway, I'll see you in a second. So the first stop is the salt mines. We're going to have a look around that now. We've got a tour guide and everything. It's quite well explained, this tour has. There's a couple of people that Holly is finding a little bit irritable, but we'll find out a little bit more about that later. Anyway, we're at the salt mines now and we're going to have a look around.
Going to go 135 meters under the ground, just to level 3. The whole mine has 9 levels, over 2,000 chambers, and 200 kilometers of tunnels. But today we'll see just 1% of the mine.
See the glass up there, that's actually 15 centimetres deep. The mines were made, when they were first made, salt was worth the same amount as gold. And that's due to like the preservation of food and stuff. But, 70 years it took to build. This is the chapel. It's the chapel of St. Kinga. Yeah. Yeah, you still get married here, and you still get those ceremonies still actually get held in here. It's mad. It is, the details in this is mad. It's all made out of salt, including the floor. It's mad. Chandeliers have got salt, crystals all down them, clear ones. Yeah.
Inside, for output shaft. At first, sledges were used, then wooden carts. From 1861, carts were pulled by horses, and traces of this you can find under your feet. Horses didn't only work here in the mine, they lived here whole life.
So we are currently 110 metres down, and you know how they do, you just put a gift shop down here.
We went down more steps again. So
yeah, probably lower. But yeah, it's just a gift shop here, which is... Just going to leave us at the bottom of the mine. So there's a second gift shop, 130 metres down. I love their gift shops down there. And a cafe and a restaurant. It's like, yeah, I don't know. This is a bar. So that was a salt mine done. We got a lunchbox. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. We've got a croissant, sandwich, banana, apple. So you last saw us on the way to Auschwitz. Yeah, we didn't record there. We took a couple of pictures here and there, but nothing too much. We didn't do what all the other tourists do and took pictures on selfies on the train line and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the time. They also said no recording there, and again, I didn't really feel like I wanted to. Even if I was allowed to, it wasn't the sort of place you want to record. But I do want to tell you about it, because the one thing I did take a picture of, this picture right now you're seeing, it says...
To make sure that it never happens again, there's a summary of it. I can't remember what it says exactly, but it's
the reason...
For those who died here, make sure it never happens again.
Again, yeah, so the reason, what they actually want you to go to the museum and see it. A museum? They want you to
They call it a museum. Yeah.
They want you to go to the museum and go to the whole area and actually learn about it and learn not to do it again and not to ever...
How to stop it ever happening again. Yeah.
So that's kind of the reason why I'm talking about this right now, instead of actually just going, okay, we went there and that's it. Can I say a couple of things that you learn about it? And obviously we haven't really spoke about it yet.
They're still finding human bones to this day.
Oh yes, that's the rooms of all the...
How bad their living conditions actually were.
Yeah.
And a lot of...
Keep it YouTube friendly as well, and obviously...
A lot of Hollywood and films actually romanticise it.
Yeah. The bunks.
It's floorboards.
Floorboards.
They slept on floorboards, and they're maybe like no wider than this bed, so like what, 5 feet wide? There's about 10 of them on it.
And some people would last about 3 days there. Well, most people...
Shortest one was 6 days.
6 days, what we saw, but...
We walked the corridors and they have pictures of every single prisoner that was...
They're the lucky ones. Oh, I don't know if people want to put on that. But
she kind of put it like that. She said
they're the ones that didn't get straight off to a camp and unalived. It was a lot. It was a lot. I kind of had a headache kind of at the end of it. There was so much you took in, and it's a bit like the salt mines. When you're walking around the salt mines, everything looked massive and like out of scale, and you couldn't imagine someone like making that, just like a hole in the ground that sort of size, but you couldn't imagine the amount of people that actually were there living.
Horses as well.
Or in the salt mine. Yeah.
But they didn't even they didn't in the salt mine, which surprised me, they didn't touch on the fact that was occupied by Germans during the war, and Germans used it as an army base. They didn't mention that at all. Which, the salt mines were really cool, but obviously Auschwitz and Birkenau.
So what I didn't mention, it was actually 2 tours. Go around Auschwitz 1, and then, which is more about...
That was essentially the work camp.
Yeah, and you kind of learn the history.
There was only one gas chamber there.
Yeah.
Whereas Birkenau, which is like 3 kilometres up the road, I don't know how much that is in miles. That's essentially where they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
That was their last journey.
And there was work camps there. A lot of work camps there, but there was.
Birkenau was worse living conditions.
Yeah.
And the women's apparently were the worst living conditions as well.
Yeah. There was, again, I don't want to go into too much detail because
you need to go and see it yourself.
Yeah, you have to go see it yourself. It's not something to go see because it's something great to go see. It's something that you kind of have to learn, like how bad humans can actually be to each other. Like, it's horrible.
Humanity and inhumanity come hand in hand.
Yeah. Before I finish the video, I need to tell you a bit about the people that we met on the... Right, so this is a clip that I didn't put in yet. And I was thinking, should I put it in? Well, yeah. This is a clip of us going up in the salt mines.
It was a mine shaft.
It's the mine shaft.
Yeah.
And this is what someone said.
In the middle, I think. So above us, also people.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to go first now. I want to top elevate.
It feels like Auschwitz already. That's just really bad. Like,
Yeah, they made a comment about it being the same as
Comparative to
yeah.
what those poor people went through.
went through.
And it went down like a ton weight.
Also, they did it in English. They didn't speak English for the whole. They did it just to prove a point.
I was like, are they Polish and they just have like a warped sense of humour towards it? Because obviously that is their history. They weren't Polish. They weren't from the nearby region. They were from somewhere else that wasn't as heavily affected by concentration camps.
Yeah. And yeah, it's not. They were also very.
They made a really disrespectful comment and then pretended to sympathise the entire tour. And it's like, you can't joke about something as horrendous as the Holocaust and then be like, oh, it's so sad. It is horrifying, both what happened there and her behaviour.
Yeah. And then the second group, which was a completely different group, like it was more idiotic.
I thought they were just going to be your typical English tourists, and then they took it up a level.
So
it was a mother and two daughters.
Yeah.
To preface, and one of the daughters was reading a news article. Oh, not even a news article. It was a history paper on the British Empire and all the countries we'd invaded. Obviously, she must have been looking into the Second World War and then went, oh, what did Britain do? And then got onto the rabbit hole that is the British Empire and all the countries that we invaded.
Yeah.
And the mother and the other daughter were like, well, that doesn't make me proud to be British, you need to stop talking. And it's like, you can't be proud to be from a country if you can't accept their faults. It's like people here embrace Auschwitz and Birkenau because they know what Polish people...
Yeah, it's hard. But they went on to carry on, well, the
arguing.
They went arguing for like, as walking into Auschwitz arguing about this, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. Later on in the tour, the mother decided to ask the tour guide, explain to him what she asked the tour guide.
I really don't want to. But she had badges from other places that she'd visited. Like one was her husband was in the RAF. Fair enough. She had the flower from the Warsaw Uprising, and then she had a Ukrainian flag, which again, fair enough, all supportive things. She then asked where she could buy a Star of David.
Yeah, like they had on their outfit, on their
uniforms.
Uniform, she said.
And the tour guide, thankfully, didn't understand what she was meaning,
I think
or
she
was
playing dumb.
Highly professional, and was just like, you can buy souvenirs in the gift shop, but that's at Auschwitz 1 and we're Auschwitz 2 or Birkenau is the other name.
Yeah.
The amount of times today that I've had to
yeah.
Because I can't comprehend idiocy. How do you go through life? First of all, this woman was like late 60s, early 70s. She was an older woman.
Yeah.
Who didn't believe that Britain had done any invading or anything wrong because, you know, Britain's got this bright past and we've not done any bad things.
Yeah.
And she the other daughter started arguing with her sister, saying, well, you can't just trust what you read on the internet. And the sister was like, I'm not trusting what I'm reading on the internet. I'm educating myself. I'm like, at least she's trying.
You know it's bad when the Welsh and Scottish team up against people, and then even worse, someone from Edinburgh said, "Oh, I take it you're from Glasgow."
I understood where I was from because I kept going, I don't understand.
Yeah. So yeah,
I think I just kept going, what? What? What?
So that was our tours. Do recommend it, but not for.
Just choose Krakow. That's the company. We
Yeah,
use.
choose Krakow. It's good company. Yeah.
It's considering expensive, but I mean it's essentially 3 tours in one.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely good. Yeah. We had a bus driver that was our. Actually, no, I say the bus driver was kind of a tour guide, but kind of not. He kind of like dropped her off and gave us to another tour guide for both the.
explained what the toilets
Yeah.
were. We bought lunches off of them, which
was really
were
good.
really good, yeah. And I'm trying to think what else. The tour guides that actually work in Auschwitz have to pass a test. We kind of overheard her talking to someone else. They have to. She's been doing it for 10 years, but they have to study and they have to know like everything.
Yes, it's good.
But I think it's also a wellness check.
Yeah.
I think they have to make sure that they're mentally sound, because I said it multiple times. I don't know how she talked about this day in, day out, day in, day out.
Yeah, she's done it for 10 years, she was saying.
And when we were there was a Jewish, well, Israeli
Oh, yeah.
Jewish people, and there's gravestones that are marked out in Polish, English, Israeli and Yiddish, I think it was. And obviously Jewish people mark, they don't put flowers down at graves, they put stones. And when we were there, we seen a Jewish woman go and put it in it. It's one of the most harrowing things I've ever seen, because it was like she was visiting a loved one's grave. It was, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Because they all said to the people who died here something about their ashes, or their ashes that remain here.
Yeah.
Because they blew up everything.
Yeah,
There's the 2 gas chambers, they blew them up to
discover their tracks, tried to anyway.
but they've not been touched since the Second World War, so you can go and actually see what was there, which is just crazy.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm going to try and end this video and try and tell you, if you want to know a little bit more about Krakow, then the next video you're going to watch is just down here. That's an actual video on Krakow. We're going to go back to our usual contents.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Right, anyway, I'll see you again
Soon.
soon.